Alright, now that I'm here, I just want to give you guys a quick warm up and heads up and say that, yo, I'm not trying to attack you. If you feel violated, then hold that. We live in an era where consequences are treated as an optional and cause and effect is considered kind of subjective. Nowhere is this more obvious and more tragic than in one specific community and culture, and that is the land of Looksmaxxing. For me, what I'm seeing is the methodological and quantifiable pursuit of optimal self. I mean, what the hell does that even mean? I mean, this is supposed to be a sweet shortcut to getting attention, validation, and praises. And also status, bear in mind. And to be honest, I'm here to tell you that in optimizing every external feature, you're not just masking your personality. You're also erasing the self you be claiming to be maximizing, bro. This Looksmaxxing culture has quantified human attraction into CBA ratio, some negative cantation tilt, the bone structure, your lips, your chin, your cheekbones, everything. I mean, this is literally a metric trap. You're sacrificing the healthy, achievable goal of looking presentable for the impossible moving target, which is called the looking optimal. The moment your self-worth is pegged to these metrics, aesthetic metrics I might add, you sign up for an internal test, an internal beta testing. There's always a new patch, there's always a new fix, there's always a new update, more mewing, more fasting, harder maxing, and on top of that, God forbid, some surgical alterations. You become this, I wouldn't even say pathetic because I don't want to be offending you, but you become this pathetic company that announces a product that's nowhere near finished or done already and spend the next 5 years endlessly amending what it meant supposed to be or what it meant to be. And if I'm going to be blunt here, Looksmaxxing also fixes your appearance until you find a new fault. You correct the nose, but then, oh shit, my chin is completely fucked up, let me go and check that out. Or you fix your symmetry, but now your skin texture is not looking on fleek. And unfortunately, the goal isn't perfection. The goal has now become a perpetual engagement with the flaw. So why do people fall for this? I think because attention is the most powerful thing and drug on the internet, and Looksmaxxing is the most efficient delivery system right now. I mean, the machine kind of rewards the hyper optimized extremities because this is what generates clicks. So it fuels more comparison in the comment sections and it fosters toxic aspirations. Every like on your bone structure update is kind of giving you this fake signal, or the internet is kind of training you to do more of it, more surgeries, more of everything that you're doing. Everything you're doing is correct. And now this is where your value lies. This is why you get seen and you feel appreciated. Now let's use this amazing YouTuber that I've been seeing a lot lately. He's a little bit younger than me actually. He's like the same age as my younger brother, one of my youngest brother. And you know, his name is Clavicular. I think he's 19, which is kind of shocking, but his content is precise and analytical breakdown of facial harmony. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very fascinating to see how he can break down every single thing on the human body, and how you can say, you know what, you have a negative kind of tilt there, your jawline is whatever this called, you know, when it's a little bit recessed. And yeah, it's very interesting to see how deeply he has analyzed things and how you can, you know, put something, it's a metal rod in your mouth and then expand your jaw. Very clever. It's wow, I am amazed by him. But basically he identifies faults and he kind of presents these solutions and he quantifies the changes. And this content does extremely well because, well, it kind of gives people actionable steps towards aesthetic metrics. The thing is, I understand why it gets clicks, because it transforms your anxiety from, oh, I don't look so good, to, oh, I have a systematic plan on how to fix my flaws. So what is the consequences of this algorithmic success, you might ask? Well, it kind of reinforces the most destructive form of the illusion of closeness, that's for one. And for the second thing is that you feel validated, who are by strangers, but the thing is they are only invested in the aesthetic utility of your presentation, how you represent yourself externally. They are tuning in for the metrics, not the person. So they want to see how your jaw is now after week 15, but they don't care about how you really are doing. You can tell me everything about your orbital rim, but you haven't told me one thing about your moral compass and your moral character. And the thing is, this is not closeness, this is performance, bro. Another thing that is very toxic with this community is what I've been seeing a lot, and this is the pursuit of exactly one specific thing. And there's no diversity in this beauty, even though a lot of the people that are very, very obsessed with it are not exactly just white. But what I'm seeing every time, and the sum of all of this, is the results of Eurocentrism. The standards that I'm seeing right now is this severe jawline, the high cheekbones. The specific forward facial growth are rooted into a narrow racial specific concept of beauty. And let's not pretend that this is about symmetry, to be honest. It's about achieving an aesthetic that the modern internet kind of redeems valuable and the correct one, which kind of means that you are conforming into this standardized look that everyone is gonna have. And honestly, I don't know if you want to have that. The thing that happens when you're trying to look the same is that your baby is not going to come out looking like you. That's one thing that happens. Another thing that also happens is that your facial features are not homologous, or they're not going to be in harmony with the rest of the other transformations that you're trying to do. So for instance, let me give you guys an example. For instance, if me, a black man, is supposed to have a nose that is really narrow and quite straight, and not the one that I have now, it will not give me this facial harmony that I have. A lot of things must be changed then. And hey, I don't want you to comment down below and tell me what kind of changes I need, because honestly, I'm happy with the way I look. You guys don't need to be attacking me about, oh, you need this and you need that and you need this. And unfortunately, Looksmaxxing will also not change your personality. You can have the most chiseled jawline, you can have the perfect hunter eyes, but one thing will always remain the same. If you are insecure, cynical, and emotionally stunted human being, you will still be a cynical, insecure, emotionally stunted human being with just a chiseled jawline. And the funniest thing with all of this is, when you try and raise these points to the people that are in these types of communities, they are always going to hit you with a cope. This is cope. Even though you are raising some good points and you are trying to tell people healthy self-restraint is good. You're not supposed to be listening to everyone on the internet that tells you that you have a recessed jawline or a negative tilt, can tilt. And I'm not trying to also say that you shouldn't be able to take care of yourself. Yes, you should groom. Yes, you should train and make yourself look good. You should take care of your body, eat healthy, eat good, and do the best things that you can do with the body that you have. Of course, if you feel like you're losing your hair and you want to get your hair back, take a trip to Turkey. I'm not saying any of that is wrong. And if you feel like your nose is a little bit of crooked, hey, fix your nose. But what I'm speaking about here is when you're trying to put metal rods into your mouth, and this becomes this toxic obsession of trying to just become a better person day by day, cracking bones in your body, trying to get a little bit taller. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is kind of cynical and a little bit crazy and a very, very sick obsession. Of course, anything in moderation is kind of healthy. So if you want to look smacks, but you can do it just in moderation. But at the same time, hey, I'm just another guy on the internet. You shouldn't be listening to me either. Do what you want to do.